A wonderful morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week ahead. I'm convinced that too many people have not learned how to think in ways that make them safe for the rest of us to be around, or make us confident that their choices, when they vote or when they hold any positions of leadership or of power, whether in politics, government, religion, commerce, or community, shall leave the rest of us safe. All around us is debris of all kinds left by people whose thinking was disastrously faulty. The late Haddon Robinson, chief mentor for my doctoral studies, would often say, thinking is hard work, and thinking about thinking is even harder work. So I wish to offer several ways we ought to think if we are to make life glorious for ourselves and for others. I'll share a few of those thoughts today and return next week to share the rest. First, think correctly. Correctly as in factually. There are no such things as alternate facts, and that idea, and anyone who propagated it or perpetuated it, deserves to be damned. Sometimes there may be many pieces to the whole truth, I give you that, but no piece shall contradict the other. The various parts of conspiracy theories do exactly that. They contradict each other. JFK Jr., for example, cannot be demonstrably dead and buried and yet be expected to return to run as a vice president with a man who is likely to either be too incarcerated to run or too defeated to win. That thinking is incorrect. Second, think creatively. But by that, I don't mean creative license that produces outlandish nonsense, fantasy, and conspiracy theories. Creative thinking builds on correct thinking. It includes the idea of vision, that is, dreaming what is plausible and feasible, workable, and then doing the strategic thinking and planning that shall move the dream to reality. We have to realize that we live in a world full of noise. Incessant noise, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That noise from social media, public media, handheld devices, headphones, or other listening devices all day long, texting, talking, and then even when we're alone in a physically quiet place, the loud noises continue emotionally as we worry, we plot, we rehearse some terrible event of the day, or some annoyance of the past, or some unpleasant event anticipated that may never happen after all. All this noise robs us of the quietude we desperately need to learn how to dream again, to meditate again, to leave space for quiet minds where life-giving ideas are born, vision begins, and there is no outer noise to trouble us. Third, think consequentially. This kind of thinking first requires thinking sequentially, meaning logically. Someone said, common sense is that sense without which all other sense is nonsense. So only when we can think logically, sequentially, can we then go on to think consequentially. For in logic, the position that comes second should bear clear relation to the first, or the thing that comes third should be due to the interaction of the first two. If more people thought about consequences before they acted, they would escape more trouble and cause other people less harm and trouble. Policemen who beat unarmed men to death, or media houses that lie for years about a matter while they know the truth, who think that they shall never face consequences, cannot be thinking logically or consequentially. Fourth, think consistently. 2 and 2 cannot be 4 today, but 5 tomorrow. The moment inconsistent thinking is spotted, be very wary that dishonesty, duplicity, deviousness, or some kind of denseness or dopiness is afoot. Nobody has forgotten the rascal who 10 months before Barack Obama's presidential term was over, blocked the president's nominee for the Supreme Court, saying it was too close to an election to do so, who then, mere days before the very next presidential election, rammed a nominee through when the president was from his own party. This was as iniquitous as it was inconsistent and dishonest, and it has harmed the quality of justice in the nation. Indeed, some would say that this has helped demolish the credibility of the United States Supreme Court, and it shows up how faulty their thinking is. Or what about those people who always talk about small government and yet want a big bad government monitoring people's bedrooms or women's menstrual cycles? If we cannot think consistently, we can be fooled easily. Now please, share this video with someone, and thanks to all of you, my new subscribers. You honor me with your time. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. I'll share with you some more pointers next week. Happy Monday, all the way, all the thinking way to Friday.